Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Sharp Side Saturdays. We got a good episode today. Big day today in the MMA world. We have UFC 291, Poirier versus Gaethje. In the daytime, we've got some Cage Warriors, and then late night, we've got some Bellator versus Verizon. So hopefully everyone's all locked in for today. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to do my favorite bet in Cage Warriors today because I think there's a big edge in the main event. I like the underdog. Hopefully, I'm going to say his name right. Shahidul Hake over Michelle Martignoni. I like Hake here for a number of reasons, but this is a champ versus champ fight. And you've got Martignoni going down to 125 pounds to fight Hake, who's the 125-pound champ. And typically going down to 125 from 135 hasn't fared well. Some examples of that being like Cody Garbrandt, TJ Dillashaw in the UFC tried to do it. It hasn't worked out well. 135 pounds to 125 pounds is only 10% of your, it's only 10 pounds. That's a bigger percent of your body weight than doing that at literally any other weight class. Just in general, I like Hake's skill better. I think he's going to be the faster fighter in there. He's well-rounded. I think he has good cardio. I bet on Martignoni in his last fight against Wooding, but he was a plus 200 underdog, and he wins that fight with just pure heart and cardio. And now he's the favorite against a skilled, faster fighter. I just don't see it. I think Hake is good value up to plus 100. So that's what I've got for my best bet of the day. Cage Warriors main event. Shahidul Hake. That fight probably happens around 6 o'clock Eastern time. So just be mindful of that if you're betting on that. Good morning. Good morning. Hit the like button, everyone. Let's have a day. Appreciate that, Xander. Yeah, if you guys don't mind liking the video, I appreciate it. Limp Bizkit greater than Nickelback. I'm going to enjoy my Nickelback concert tonight. Hopefully win some bets in the process. But yeah, that's my bet for the day in terms of the show's sake. If you have any questions about the card or betting in general, I'm hanging around for 5-10 minutes. Just leave them in the chat and I'll be happy to answer. Should be a fun day. Has your opinion in any of the fights changed post Wayans? No, and they pretty much never do. Like, it's just not relevant 99.9% of the time. Thoughts on Wonderboy pullout? Yeah, I mean, I like that he did that, honestly. There needs to be a bigger punishment in MMA for weight misses. I personally think if it's like a pound or two, you take a big percent of the purse. If it's more than that, you take a point. If it's more than that, then you forfeit. That's how in wrestling, if you miss weight by 0.1 ounces, you forfeit the match. So cheers. Yeah, it literally means nothing. It's not going to change the fight at all. All fights favor to end inside the distance, which you see lasting longer than most. I didn't know that all fights are scheduled to go the distance. Let me take a look at the board really quick. That's tough because I think a lot of these fights are going to end inside the distance. That's a tough one. Maybe Jan Pereira. Maybe a hot take. Any quick thoughts on the Vergar fight? I'm picking him to win. I don't really want to lay this price on him, though. Salvador's big. He throws big looping shots, where Vergar is a little bit better technically. Not much wrestling, grappling upside for either guy. I tend to think Vergara maybe mixes in a takedown or two if anyone does. But yeah, I'm picking Vergara. Not a crazy take. Potent versus Polish Power. Alex via decision, I think, is the play. Scared about ITDs in 291 with how the fighters gassed last time in Utah. Yeah, that is a I think Jan's probably more likely to win a decision, but I agree with the sentiment that fighters did gas in Utah last time. Any Bellator versus Verizon predictions? I think Sabotel is going to win against Magomedov. It's a shame that the fights never hit the screen or anything like that. Bobby Green, Ferguson going the distance. I think Green's going to finish him, honestly. But it wouldn't surprise me if he wins a decision as well. High altitude should produce more finishes. It could go either way because if someone gasses, they could be finished. But if both guys gas, neither finishes. You're welcome. Which fighter's cardio is affected most by the elevation? I think it's hard to say. I don't know. I think it's really hard to say without seeing the fights and knowing how they trained. Did you blow up the Sabotel line? Got him minus 120, and then he was minus 180. I did not. It was never really available for me to bet. I got a little bit off screen at minus 125, but it definitely wasn't me that blew it up because I didn't hit the screen. I didn't send it out. Who's the livest dog on the card, in your opinion? Claudio Ribeiro. Not sure if I'm in the minority, but what about a point deduction for weight misses on fights that still happen? That's what I said. I think maybe if you miss by a pound, you take 30% of the purse, 2 pounds, 40% of the purse, 3 pounds, you take a point. I don't know, something like that. You could even take a point for any kind of weight miss because it is, in theory, an advantage. You didn't drain yourself to make the weight. Your opponent made the contracted weight. So, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I didn't realize that all these fights are projected to go, projected to end inside the distance. I guess the green Ferguson one's probably a pick 'em if I had to guess. I just have the screen up with over-unders on it right now, and the over's minus, where is it? The over's minus 130, minus 140. Gaethje live bet around 2 should be good with altitude and leg kicks. It's so hard to say because like that fight's going to be a car crash, and if Gaethje's damaging the leg early, like people are going to notice that in the live line. So I think if you like Gaethje, you probably just bet him pre-fight. Some plus 125, plus 130 out there. Who would you have Izzy fight in Sydney? If DDP can't go, it's Sean Strickland. I feel like it's pretty clear cut, but we'll see what they end up doing. 30% isn't enough for weight misses when guys are only making 20K a show. Yeah, that's fair, but I do think Michelle's probably making more than that. Let me see what he made in his last fight. Let's see. Last fight, he made 50K to show and 50K to win. So what's 30% of 50? 15,000? Yeah, not enough money for Wonder Boy to want to take the fight. I don't know who these people are. Sorry. Let me know anything else. I'll hang out for 2 more minutes till the 10-minute mark if you guys want. The bet again is Shahidul Haque in Cage Warriors main event. That is today's bet. Any dog money good? Oh, Flowers. Yeah, we bet the under 2.5 minus 175 in that fight. It has since moved to 1.5. Favorite total today, the one I just said. I like the under in. And it's not there anymore. I bet the under in Matthews Flowers 2.5 minus 175. That one's not going 3, I don't think. Crawford Spence. I don't really follow boxing too well, so I don't really have much of an opinion there. Do you like Semmelsberger inside the distance? I think he's gonna win, but the price isn't really there for me. What else? For those subscribers, I'm gonna do my props right when I'm done with this show and then send those out. Thoughts on the Gaethje under at plus money? I think it's under a pass. I'm surprised to see the over taking steam, but I do think it's under a pass. These guys, 13 of their last 17 fights or something like that have won under 2.5, and I know that it's possible they fight a more measured approach, which is giving me a little bit of pause. But I think the under's value regardless for 2 guys that are aging and durability might be starting to go a little bit. So it's better to be ahead of those curves and behind it. Any DK plays stand out? I haven't even looked at the lineups yet. Let me see. Let me see. Ribeiro, 7,200. Good punt, I think. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining. Please like and subscribe. We'll be back every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and enjoy the fights today. Let's make some money. Peace.